switching up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I copy, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First carry for James Conner. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ryan. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Set! Block 80! Mike 45. Double dog, that's the way. Block it!
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And oh, Oh, look at that. A diving catch. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Under 10, under 10, check. Base.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points. It got his man, complete. It's a gain of 34.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 31, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 58. Get
out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready, 54, stop.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Team spell.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South. Bravo.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start with a give to counter. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. That's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Black 20.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with counter. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a 1st down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
Here we go. Black 5.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
22, 44.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going deep for Moncrief. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
51, Sam!
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will be out of bounds as the third quarter comes to an end with an INT. Back now in Pittsburgh. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, a give to Connor. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. James Washington, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Got it. 22.
From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On first down, it's Connor. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 21.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 59 yards. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Well, what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw again is Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fourth down. Here's Ryan. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game.
180.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Deuce. Nickers. Now spin.
Roethlisberger gonna throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down.
Like 20.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Shot. Like 20.
Watch the run.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 45.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Intended for a
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Falcons grab it. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
59, ready. You ready? Hey, South. Got it.
One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flex. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Tremont Smith on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Fly down these two. That's all, 80. Hey, 43, 15. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Shit.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Echo. 26, Mike. 15. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. I know he ain't got it. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Watch the back. Watch the back. 57 colors. 57 colors.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. There goes a deep ball, end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 48 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
Check 99. Check 99. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for them.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reggie Ragland.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. From the 36, Mahomes. And he'll with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That is caught inside the 5. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
25 yards on the play. Complete to Tyreek Hill.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You yellow.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Williams will try again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check 3, check 3. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Oh, good hurdle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark. On the toss, it's Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to 17. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Yellow.
On first down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before break here. Gone. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, they run with Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 31 yards there and a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Here's Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10, just shy of the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. So that right there was his second pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying? That getting 2 in the game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a third again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Goff, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Chris Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Value 3.
Out of the gun, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 58 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, 15. 26, Mike. Slow. Here we go, G.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robert. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Just like that. Just like that. Quick edge.
Again, it's Williams. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
I don't need to. Let's go on, Eddie. Out. Attack. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 65 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
That's it, baby. You got to
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
180. And Rickless.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, a quick throw out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.